Now we will see how the part number 3, that is Cotter of the Cotter joint assembly, can be modeled. So let's search for the given views of Cotter part. So that is part number 3. So it is given here. Okay, so this is the front view of the Cotter part and this is the top view of the Cotter part. So two views have been given. With the help of these two views we have to model the Cotter. Okay, and you need to remember that this Cotter should go inside the Cotter hole that we have made in the socket as well as in the spigot here. So therefore, as it can be seen here, this Cotter is nothing but it is like a bar having a rectangular cross section. As it can be seen in the top view, it is look like a rectangle. Okay, with the side faces filleted. Okay, so it is look like a rectangle. So it's a rectangular bar. Okay, of 88 mm length and 7.5 mm thickness. Okay, 7.5 mm thickness, and at the middle of the bar the width is 32.5. So means the cross section is how much? 7.5 into 32.5 at the middle of the bar. Okay, so therefore it is just like a bar, rectangular cross section bar of 88 mm length with the cross section of 7.5 and 32.5. So let me go for creating this profile first in the front view. So therefore, okay, in the front view, okay, or in the front plane, I am going to create this particular Cotter portion. So therefore, I will go for selecting a new part now. I will change the background to plain white. I will select the front plane. I will go for sketching now. Select line command. Okay, so first I will draw one vertical line here. Okay, and then horizontal line, then inclined line, then again horizontal line. Okay, so then what I do is first I am going to select the midpoint of this right line that I have constructed, and I will select the origin, and I am going to bring these two selected points on the same line. That is, I am going to make these two as horizontal. Okay, the purpose of doing this is to distribute this line equally on either side of the origin. Okay, so therefore now the line length is equal above the origin as well as below the origin. Okay, then what I do is I will go for defining the dimension of this line. So the dimension of this particular line is 88 mm. So that will be added here. Okay, so then what I do is I need to give the width at the center. So in order to give the width at the center, I will go for selecting a line command. So somewhere here I am going to draw one horizontal line. Okay, so then I am going to select one end of the horizontal line. Okay, and I will select the origin and I will make it as horizontal again. And then what I do is I will select this line again. I will use this line only for construction purpose. So I will change it to axis line. Then I will select smart dimension, and now I am going to give this width at the center as how much here? 32.5. So it can be given as 32.5 here. Okay. So then what can be done now is still the sketch can be moved. Okay. So for that reason, so you can see now if I try to drag this, the entire sketch is moving. So what I do is I will select the midpoint of this axis line created and the origin. So and then I am going to make these 2 points as coincident. Once it is done, we will not be able to move the right line or the top line or the bottom line here. Okay, only possibility now is we can go for tilting this which one? The left line, which is appearing in the blue color. Okay, means we can adjust the slope of this line. So now the question is, what should be the slope? Okay, so the slope of this left line should be 1:30. Okay, means for every 30 mm decrease in height, 1 mm width should be decreased. Means the width of the Cotter is more at the top and width of the Cotter at the bottom is less. Okay, so when we move over a length of 88 mm, okay, there should be a reduction of how much width now? Okay, with respect to the top width, okay, the decrease in the width at the bottom should be 88 by 30. Okay, so therefore what I do now is I will select smart dimension. I will select the top end of the left line and bottom end of the left line, and I'm going to give the horizontal distance between these 2 points as 88 by 30. This will be given. Then exit from the sketch, because now you can see sketch is fully defined. Exit from the sketch. Okay, go to the features. Okay, and then go for now we need to add the material. So try to keep this sketch in the isometric view and go for adding the material within the profile. Means we have to add the material within this sketch and we have to add the material perpendicular to the sketch. Whenever we want to add the material perpendicular to the sketch, we have to use extrude option. Whenever we want to add the material within the profile and about an axis, we have to use the revolve option. So go for using in this case extrude option. Okay, and we have to add the material on either side of the sketch, so use the mid plane option. So, and what should be the width here? The width, the thickness of the cutter should be 7.5 mm. So I'm going to give the distance as or the depth as 7.5. Then click on OK. Now for this created or the modeled cutter, we have to add the tile on the top. We have to add the head on the top, and we have to add the tile on its bottom. So as we can see here, as we can see in this front view, there is a head. Okay, there is a curved head on the top, and there is a curved tile on the bottom, on its bottom. So therefore, what we do now is, but in the front view they have not specified any radius for this curved surface. So what we do now is we will select the front plane, and then I will go for creating a sketch. Okay, and I will go for the front view, and then here I am going to use a 3-point arc. Okay, and I am going to draw one arc from here to here. Okay, and as they have not specified the as they have not specified the smart dimension, as they have not specified the dimension of this arc here and here. Okay, so I am going to give the smart dimension here as around 25 mm. Okay, and in order to close the profile, I am going to draw one horizontal line from starting point of the arc to the end point of the arc. So now the same thing has to be done for the bottom side of the cutter. So I am going to use again 3-point arc here. Okay, so I will use this as the starting point of the arc, this as the end point of the arc, and I will choose the radius to be somewhere here. Then what I do, I will go for again adding a smart dimension here for this around 25. Then I will close this arc with the help of a horizontal line from left to the right. Okay, so as it can be seen here, one additional line created. I will delete that. Then what I do is you can see where exactly we have created this. So I am going to add okay, so I will go to the features. First I will come out of the sketch plane. Okay, and then I will go to the features. There I will add the material within the created profiles. So in between this arc and this horizontal line here and here. Okay, so I am going to add the material. So, and we have to add the material on either side, and it should be for a thickness of 7.5 mm. Give it OK. So this is how the cutter is going to appear in the front, and it's going to appear in the top. Okay, but now as we when we were doing the cutter hole in the spigot here and cutter hole in the socket here. Okay, so we made the left face and right face of the cutter hole as rounded. Here also and here also, means we added fillets. So therefore we have to also make this particular right face of the cutter and the left face of the cutter as what? Fillet. So therefore what I do now is I will go for using fillet command. Okay, and I will select this particular edge and this edge here. Okay, and these two, this edge and this edge will also be selected, and I am going to give radius as 7.5 by 2 here. Okay, and then I will click on OK. So once it is done, the cutter is going to appear like this. So this is how the cutter appears in the front view, and this is how the cutter appears in the top view. Okay, so once this much is done, if you look at the top view now, in the top view there is another curved surface shown here, but right now in this particular top view, okay, so there is no arc present here and here. So therefore we can go for constructing that curved surface now. So in order to construct that curved surface, okay, so see again, if you have time, you can go for creating this another curved surface on the head of the cutter and the tail of the cutter. Okay, so otherwise you can treat this itself as the final cutter model and go for inserting this cutter into the spigot and the socket during the assembly process. Okay, so you can treat this itself as the final cutter model. Okay, so I am repeating this. Okay, so you can take this as the final cutter model, and you can go for you can proceed for the assembling. Okay, but if you want to still cut this arc of radius 60 mm, so what I do is I need to create that particular arc. So this particular arc has to be created, okay, only on that in this zone, that is only in the edge zone of the cutter and only in the tail zone of the cutter. So if I want to do that, I need one horizontal plane here, okay, somewhere here. That is, I need one horizontal plane, okay, here. Okay, that is at a distance of 44 mm. In order to get one more new horizontal plane, what can be done is, so I will go to the reference geometry. I will go for creating a new plane. I will select, I will expand this part 5 here, and I am going to use this top plane as the first reference plane. Now you can see here, by changing the distance, I can go for getting one more parallel plane with respect to the top plane. With respect to the top plane, we can go for creating a new plane at any desired distance. So now here the distance should be 44. Give it. So then click OK. So now we have created a new plane 2 here. Okay, so when this new plane 2 is created, select that plane, go for sketch command, okay, sketch command tab, and there you select the sketch command. Then keep the model in top view. Then what I will do first is so I am going to hide this particular plane 2. So then what I do is I am going to select center line command. I am going to draw one center line here. So okay, this center line actually corresponds to this line. So you can see there is a vertical line drawn here. Okay, on this vertical line, okay, the center of this curve, center of this arc is lying. So okay, the center of this arc of radius 60 mm is present on this vertical line. For that purpose, I have created one vertical line here. Okay, so then what I do is I go for creating a center point arc. Okay, and I'm going to choose the center on this axis created, and then I'm going to create an arc something like this. Okay, so arc will be created like this. Now for this arc, okay, so I'm going to give the radius as 60 mm as given in the part drawing sheet. Okay, so now what I do is I'm going to drag this center line further downwards, and then I will go for dragging this center of the arc, so that my arc is going to be somewhere here. Okay, so this is what I have done. Then what I do is I am going to connect the starting point of the arc to here. Okay, and I am going to select this horizontal line, and I will make this as horizontal. Okay, so once this much is done, okay, we have to, so again the center of this arc is now on this center line. Then what I do is I need to constrain this. In order to constrain this one, so I'm going to select the midpoint, okay, of this one and this. So these two should be there on the same horizontal line. Sorry, it should be on the same vertical line. Okay, once it is done, I will add the smart dimension between. I will try to add the smart dimension between here and here. So it is not coming. So here, as you can see here, the distance between this point and this point is given as 2.5. So therefore, the distance from the midpoint of this arc to the center here should be 2.5 by 2. But this radius is 60. Therefore, for the 60, if I add 2.5 by 2, that will give the distance with respect to this center. So therefore, what I do now is this particular distance I am going to give it as 60 plus. Okay, so 2.5 by 2 is nothing but it will come as around, let me calculate. Calculator. Okay, so 2.5 divided by 2, okay, plus 60. So it will become as 61.25. So I am going to enter that value here, 61.25. So then it will come like this. Okay. So then if you want, what you can do is you can go for dragging this line downwards a little bit, so that the profile will come out of the which one, top view. Okay, so the profile will come away from this particular edge, this line. So then what I do, I will select this blue color line. You can use any convenient distance for this. I will select the blue color line, and I will fix that one. Then what I do, similar kind of profile should be there on the other side. So for getting that other side profile, I will select center line now. From the origin, Okay, I will construct one center line. Then I will go for using mirror entities option. I will select this arc and this horizontal line as entities to mirror, and then I am going to mirror these two selected entities, okay, about this center line. Then click on OK. So then you can see, okay, so you can keep it in isometric view now. So this is what we have done. Come out of the sketch mode, okay, and you can see this is our sketch. Okay, now I am going to select features. I will go to the features command manager tab. There I will use this extruded cut option. I want to cut the material within this profile, and this is not the correct direction of cut, so I will change the direction here. Okay, so then I need to cut the material through all on the upward direction. Okay, so then I am going to click on OK. So this is what we get. So when we see it from the top, it is going to appear like this. Okay, so when we see it from the front, it is going to appear like this. Okay, so but what we need to do is same thing has to be done on the bottom side. So what I do is I need to repeat everything on the bottom side. Okay, so bottom side of the cutter. So for that purpose, what I do quickly, I will go for creating a new plane now. I will create a new plane, and reference plane should be the top plane. From the top plane, I will create one more plane, but on the opposite side now. So that is flip offset. So now when I do flip offset, one more plane has come here. It is at a distance of 44 mm. Then click OK. Then select the new plane. Okay, so whatever we did it for the top side, repeat same thing for the bottom side. Select plane 3 now, go for sketch, okay, and keep it in the top view. Keep it in the top view now. Okay, so then what I do is I'm going to select the center point arc. Okay, so and I'm going to construct one arc from somewhere here to here. Okay, and then what I do is I'm going to select this particular point and this point. Okay, so instead of constructing one center line, I'm just selecting the center of the arc and this origin, and I'm going to bring them on the same vertical line. Okay, once it is done, I'm going to define the radius of this one. So radius is given as 60. So it will go like that. So now what I can do is I can drag this center of the arc so that it can come closer to somewhere here. Okay, and then what I do is I need to give the distance from this center. So the distance from the center to this origin should be like it was like 61.25 mm. So I'm going to give that value 61.25 mm. Okay, so then if you want, you can go for decreasing this value on either side. Then select horizontal line, then draw it here. If you want, just select this horizontal line, make it horizontal. Okay, then select this horizontal line, fix it. Okay, make sure that the profile that you have created now, this one it is present okay, outside this object. Okay, or outside the cutter. Okay, so now I'm going to select center line again. So I will draw one center line here. Okay, after that I will go for mirror entities. I will select the arc and horizontal line to mirror purpose. Okay, then I will go for mirror about. I have to mirror these two about this center line that I have drawn. Okay, like this. So now you can see where exactly we have created these two profiles. So these two profiles have been created towards the bottom side of the cutter. Then go to the features, go to the extruded cut. Okay, we need to cut the material in the downward direction within that profile. Okay, within that profile we have to cut the material in the downward direction. Okay, so then what we have to do, we are through all, then give it OK. So now you can see I'm going to hide this plane 3. So now you can see this is how it looks. So the bottom view, okay, the front view is going to look like this. Okay, the front view is going to look like this now. Okay, this is the isometric view. Okay, so again if you try to zoom it here, so this is how the bottom portion of the cutter is going to appear. Okay, so I don't tell that this is the exact model, because again we need to do many modification for this head and tail of the cutter, but I feel that this is almost matching with the top view which is given here. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, the top view is having one curved surface here for radius of 60, that is shown here. Okay, and the distance between these two should be 2.5. okay, here if you try to measure the distance from here to here, that will also be 2.5. okay, so therefore this is almost matching with the matching with the orthographic views given in the Fortran sheet. So therefore I will treat this as the final Cotter model. I am going to save this as part 3 now, and I will give the name as part 3 Cotter. Once this is done, now all the three parts of the Cotter joint assembly have been modeled. Now it's the time for assembling them.